Welcome YouTubers to my review of the Peladon Tales DVD box set starring Jon Pertwee as the Third Doctor. This box set is quite a good one. We have, as usual, the reflective Doctor Who logo along with the title of the box set, which is usual on the DVD box sets concerning the classic series. We have the purple BBC DVD logo, which was used from 2009 to 2012, and at the centre we have a variety of different pics which relate to both of the stories in this box set. We have Jon Pertwee, we have the Spirit of Agador, we have this thing here called Alpha Centauri, we have the castle on Peladon, which is the main setting for both the stories in this box set. We have an Ice Warrior, and we have Agador himself. And I must say, Agador is actually quite a little cute monster, a little bit like the Yeti from the Patrick Troughton era. At the bottom it just says The Curse of Peladon, The Monster of Peladon. They're the two stories in this set. It's a 3-disc set, and the synopsis at the bottom reads: the Third Doctor must face his old enemies, the Ice Warriors, in these two classic 1970s adventures set on the feudal world of Peladon. It's a PG. Also to note, in the background of the box art of this box set, you have the TARDIS interior with all the round things. If you know what I'm relating to there, then great. One thing to note on this box set is it has this little thing here, and the idea is you have the DVDs inside, the two DVDs, and if you're one of those who has the DVDs inside the box sets and displays them inside, and you want to take them out, say if you want to watch them or you want to show them off to your friend or whatever, or you want to show them off in a video like me, then it's easier because you can just basically just stick your thumb there and just take them out like that. Whereas on other DVD box sets, what you have to do, it's like you just have to do that, and it's a real pain in the arse, especially with DVD box sets that only had 2 DVDs inside. So I think that was a really good thing to entertain, or whoever the designers of this box set did. I really like the cover art on this box set. I think it really stands out. It looks really good, and I don't know if you can tell on camera, it's more purple in real life, whereas on the camera it seems a bit more black. I mean, you can kind of tell it's purple on camera, but in real life it looks more purple. That is what it looks like on the side, and the other side's just the same, and I've not got any inside there because I display them separately with all the rest of the DVDs. So first of all, let's take a look at The Curse of Peladon, the first DVD in this set. And you can see the picture of Jon Pertwee from the actual box set is at the centre. We have what is the main hole area where the throne is of Peladon. You have these 2 torches. You have Alpha Centauri, who is a very interesting creature, but one quite likeable creature in my opinion. We have Agador, we have the Ice Lord. So yeah, it's the second appearance of an Ice Lord after the Seeds of Death, which is great. We have the main castle of Peladon, and we have Joe Grant and Peladon himself, and they have a sort of love relationship going on in this story, which is quite interesting, seeing as Joe Grant later does have a love interest, which makes her leave the TARDIS. So that's the spine. It's just all black and plain. Not really bothered. So this story was by Brian Hales. He also wrote the sequel to the story, which I'll take a look at in a minute. Taking a test flight in the TARDIS, the Doctor and Joe make an excellent landing on the planet Peladon. Mistaken for representatives from Earth, can't talk, the Doctor soon finds himself chairing the committee of alien delegates assessing Peladon's petition to join the Galactic Federation. When one of the King's advisors is killed, the High Priest fears the ancient curse of Agador is at work, but the Doctor suspects his old enemies, the Ice Warriors, are to blame. Can the Doctor and Joe uncover the identity of the saboteurs before a major diplomatic incident plunges them into war? Commentary by Katy Manning, Barry Letts, Terrence Dix, and Chris O'Leary John, production assistant. Moderated by Toby Haddock. The Peladon Saga Part 1, the cast and crew recall a making of Curse, including interviews with Donald Gee, Nina Thomas and Ralph Watson, Warriors of Mars, brief history of the Ice Warriors and Doctor Who by the people who designed and brought them to life, Jon and Katy, a look at one of the most fondly remembered Doctor-companion pairings in the show's history, Jon Pertwee's third Doctor and Katy Manning's unit agent, Joe Grant. Storyboard comparison, visual effects designer Ian Scoons, hand-drawn storyboards for the opening sequence are compared with the final version as seen on screen, and the rest are usual special features, what you'll find on DVDs. Has a coming soon trailer as well. Can't remember what the coming soon trailer is, as I watched this quite a while ago. The story was originally broadcast on BBC One between the 29th of January, just a day before my birthday, and 19th of February 1972. So it's just over 42 years old. Produced by Barry Letts, directed by Lenny Main. Sleeve text is by Sue Crawley, and the cover is by Clayton Hickman. And it just says here, not to be sold separately, because it all comes in this set with the Monster of Peladon. And that's the inside. It's just one disc, as this is 4 parts long, and got quite a bit of information there. Talks about the return of the Ice Warriors, the second monster to return from another era after the Daleks, as the Daleks returned in Day of the Daleks, the story before this, and the Ice Warriors were the next monster return. You would have thought it would be the Cybermen, but the Cybermen didn't actually appear in Jon Pertwee's era. I don't know why, but they didn't. Instead, it took them till Tom Baker's first season. So, what do I think of The Curse of Peladon? I think it's a rather intriguing story. I think it's really one to look out for, and one of the reasons why I would definitely get this box set. It has a nice twist to it concerning the Ice Warriors. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at the next story in this 2 DVD set. It's a 2-disc set, and it is The Monster of Peladon, which came out, I say, about just over 2 years after The Curse of Peladon came out. So on the cover, again, we have another Ice Lord, the third Ice Lord to feature, and so far the last in Doctor Who. We have this woman here, who is Peladon's daughter, seeing as this story is set 50 years after the events of Curse. We have a normal Ice Warrior, we have the Spirit of Agador, we have the castle again, which is more or less in the same place on the DVD cover as what it was on the Curse of Peladon DVD cover. We have Alpha Centauri returning once again, and we have Liz Sladen as my favourite companion, Sarah Jane Smith, which this is her fourth story, as it's her first season. So overall, nice cover. You also have, of course, the hole on Peladon again, probably like the throne room. It's the same sets, so I quite like that idea, like the reused sets, seeing as it's set on Peladon again, and of course you've got the torches. So it's very similar to the cover for The Curse of Peladon, which I think is a nice touch by Clayton Hickman, the designer for the cover of this DVD. This is by Brian Hales yet again, as I said before. So when the TARDIS lands 50 years after its first visit to Peladon, the Doctor and Sarah discover a troubled planet ruled by the late King's daughter. Peladon is at the centre of a war, and the Galactic Federation desperately needs a mineral found in the mines. But why is the ghost of Agador killing miners, and why can't everyone be trusted? Queen Theralia, don't think I pronounced that right, needs the Doctor's help to find out. There's a ton of special features on this. We have commentary by Nina Thomas, Donald Gee, Ralph Watson, Stuart Fell, Barry Letts, Terence Dix, and it's moderated by Toby Haddock. We have a fan commentary for episode 4 only, so it's a bit like Survival, which was for episode 3 of that story, and it's with fans Rob Shearman, Mark Aldridge, Kate DeRose and Philip Newman. We have the Peladon Saga Part 2, cast and crew recall a making of The Monster of Peladon, including interviews with Katy Manning, Sonny Caldinez and Nick Hobbs. Deleted scene, a recreation of a deleted scene based on surviving audio recording. Where Are They Now? David Jacobs interviews actress Yazane Kurtzman, who provided the voice for Alien Ambassador Alpha Centauri in both Peladon stories, in this extract from the 1980 television series. On Target, Terence Dix, a celebration of the many Doctor Who stories Terence Dix novelised for the Target book range over the years. I've not actually collected any of those, but I know a lot of my subscribers have. So if you haven't got this DVD, then that's a good special feature to check out for those of you who are fans of the Target books that have been written as companions to the TV series. We also have PDF material, and the rest are just the usual ones, which you can also find on the other DVD in this set. Story was originally broadcast on BBC One between the 23rd of March and 27th of April 1974. It's a 6-part adventure. It's produced by Barry Letts, directed by Lenny Mayne. Sleeve text by Murray Lang, and covered by Clayton Hickman. And again, it says not to be sold separately. And this is the inside. And that's just like the same as the front cover. And the next DVD has basically got a green colour as opposed to a orange colour. So it's a bit like the Revisitations box sets, well, I think the first one anyway, which had discs with different colours, which I don't mind, but personally I think different discs with different characters on them, they just look better in my opinion. But anyway, The Monster of Peladon, another good story. I don't really know which one I prefer out the two. I probably would say The Curse of Peladon at the minute. Maybe only because The Monster of Peladon's probably a bit too long, but I still do really like the Monster of Peladon. Maybe it might change next time I watch the story. Who knows? But I think both of these stories are great viewing for any Doctor Who fan. One thing to note on the commentary for this particular DVD, Stephen Moffat and Peter Capaldi are mentioned. Bearing in mind, this DVD came out a few years ago now, before Peter Capaldi was even announced as the 12th Doctor. Famously though, Peter Capaldi sent in drawings to Doctor Who magazine because he was a real fan of the show during this time, and apparently his favourite Doctor was Jon Pertwee. Another unusual thing about the DVD cover though is Jon Pertwee doesn't feature on it at all, and he features on nearly all of his DVD covers, so it's a bit strange, but he does feature on the cover for The Curse of Peladon, so you can't really complain. But there's a lot going on, so they had to make it different, I suppose. So overall, two good DVDs, loads of special features as well, great special features may I add, and yeah, two good stories. So if you want to get the Peladon Tales Box Set, then I highly recommend that you do so. Thank you very much for watching, YouTubers. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this review of the Peladon Tales Box Set. See you next time.